Alright, is everybody here?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna try this again.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna start a new game.
So far, so good.
Yep.
Hey!
Watch do click new game. Hey!
I see an annoying
See
girl
video on
running
the screen.
toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and good friend since we were children.
So far so good.
You know the kind of friend you've never seen yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long? We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha ha ha! I overslept again! But I caught you this time! Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
Oh, God.
You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Russell! Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the street becomes increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Russell, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I
Don't let her.
silly go
Whoa, you
along
fucked that up.
whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I'm just gonna mute Discord. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-oh! I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if that makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Oh, the classroom. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into class while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch up to you out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah. There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for a third year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glanced around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy?
I like how Russell's cracking himself up.
I can't think of a voice for this other girl. I can't think of a voice. It's
So you
so
went
bad.
for pirate?
What? Alright, new voice. Way to kill the atmosphere. Oh shit. Oh, Russell, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. Really, they have. I'm crying. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Yeah. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry? Natsuki! Oh shit! Well, I guess that's her voice now. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Shiori. You can't just ignore her when she gets moody. Shiori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy.
Muty.
And this is Yuri, the smartest girl in the club. I don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Shiori and Natsuki. Oh well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Minokia. Is that right? What was her voice? Shit. That's right. It's great to see you again, Russell. Minokia smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Minokia was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Minokia. Come sit down, Russell. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Minokia. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well?
Holy shit.
Girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Yori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Minokia and one space next to Shiori. Natsuki and Yori walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yori opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Shiori. Natsuki probably proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Wow, okay. Natsuki lifts up off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Oh, that's nice. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Shiori grabs one first, then Minokia, I follow. It's delicious! Shiori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good! Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Yeah, I thought you technically did, Shiori said. Well, maybe. But not for you, you know, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Oh shit. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Hey, don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not right. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Wow, my voice is... Oh god. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Minokia raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Minokia that I was particularly dragged her by Shiori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Shiori seems really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Minokia, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader for the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity, but how to prepare for events. I'd rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into shit. And if it encourages others to get into the literature club or literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. I can't do this. Oh shit. Minokia really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best! You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Minokia must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Russell, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wanted to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? What really am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me.
Wow, oh god.
And telling a good story is such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination, so completely throw you off a loop? Poor loop. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Oh boy. I read a horror. Oh, shit. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimum level. I bet you got a kick out of that. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimum level. Okay, said that.
At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with the rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri.
Oh shit, wrong person.
God. I hope he's like frantically writing down what their voices sound like, and every time a new character comes, he has to like read it to make sure that's what they're saying.
No, I'm not. I'm not at all.
It just gets like higher up in pitch.
Yeah, it just keeps going higher.
I can't.
It's gonna be like the mosquito soundtrack, so none of us are young enough to hear it anymore. Or the mosquito ringtone.
I gotta take a break from this. Oh my god. I'm gonna die laughing here in a minute. My laugh's gonna change. I'm gonna lose the squeaky laugh.
Okay.
Really? I couldn't expect that, Yuri. For someone as for someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes you think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful in changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror. Wow.
No, why is that?
Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes start over me for a split second. Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud. And give that back.
Fine, fine. your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori settles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. That's pretty impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri?
Wow.
Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Minokia.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even.
Sahi.
Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Russell?
Minokia smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
I'm sorry. I thought... Russell!
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Yeah. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey!
You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Then that makes it official! Welcome to the Literature Club!
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment? Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Minokia looks over at me once more.
Russell, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monokia with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Russell! Since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and...
Whoa! That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
Oh. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yori, and of course, Minokia. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. I'm gonna take a real quick break and get some water. I'll be back shortly. I'm glad you guys have all come to watch the stream. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. But in the meantime, give me about 5 minutes or so. I'll be back. We can all have fun, laugh together. See you in 5.
Hello? What's up, dude?
Are you gonna have VODs?
I love that he's just streaming us talking now.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm back. I'm refreshed. I'm ready to go. I've got my Dragon Ball Z shirt on. I'm ready to power through this. Let's do it. So,
You should
where
set
we
up
last?
your webcam.
I don't have one. Sadly, I don't have a webcam. I wish I did. Let's power through this, though.
Do your phone thingy again.
I'll have to set that up again. Oh. I guess I'll do that real quick.
Longest break ever.